It's the Pistons, and they're doing business on the road. It's an interconference NBA matchup. Along with Coach Stan Van Gundy and Greg Anthony, this is Kevin Harlan. Hall of Famer David Aldridge will be joining us from the sidelines moments from now. Today's game continues this Los Angeles Clippers homestand. And, of course, Ron Holland. Team moving on here without him.
Yeah, no question that it's a risky deal to make because it's the kind of move that can turn a team's fan base against the front office. But trading one of the most popular players on the team is always risky no matter what you get in return.
And so it's Cunningham with it. He brings it up for the Pistons. Coach, it didn't take long for Kay Cunningham to establish himself as the leader of this team.
Well, Kevin, he's very mature for his age. He was put in a position with all young guys around him, so he had...
Oh, wow, what a great move inside.
That is incredible.
That is not...
It's a great fit.
Oh, my. And Cunningham showing his game extends above the rim.
Nowitzki, that's for two. Makes a fantastic move and nails the shot.
Well, the defense can't lose track of him. He's just too talented offensively.
Here's Cunningham. Rebound by the Clippers.
Doesn't register as a block, but he did everything he wanted defending that shot.
Well, you know, sometimes the most pivotal plays don't always go on the stat sheet.
Pass to Cunningham. And here in the first, closing in on 2 minutes play. To the paint. Here's Duren. And Duren slams it in.
Well, physical play by Duren at the rim, which doesn't allow much room for interference.
It's stolen by Cunningham. And there's the drive. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot two at the free throw line. Dirk Nowitzki picks up that one.
And that's how you want to use your fouls, not allowing him to get to the rim.
And when you take a look at Jalen Duren, a big man, Greg, who seems to get better each and every season.
Well, you know, he averaged a double-double in his second season. I especially like how hard he goes after rebounds. This guy has a bright future in this league.
Duren, a screen. Cunningham's shot is off. One-on-one here. That one's in, his first shot this game.
Any chance you get, you want to put yourself in a position to succeed, and that's what he did there.
Well, converting on those transition opportunities is just so important.
Back to Duren. Excellent D there from Garnett.
Excellent coverage defensively, making it hard on him.
Pass to Nowitzki. Out to the right wing. Clock at 6. Rebound, Detroit.
Well, and even though he couldn't get that one to fall, that's a shot they want him taking.
Cunningham outside. The 10-footer. Misses off the left iron. Clippers leading by 6. Time now to turn to our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David.
Hey, Kevin, I was able to talk with Tyronn Lue for just a minute. Talked about how dialed in he is on Cade Cunningham in this matchup. Coach told me the key is not to let him get into a rhythm early on. That might mean we have to throw different defenders at him. Maybe send them double teams, too. Everything is on the table tonight. Let's see what they come up with for Cade. Guys?
Thanks, David. Outside, Green. There's the triple. It's Cunningham with the rebound. Pistons trailed by 6. To the wing right side. Kevin Garnett with the steal. Pass to Bates. And here's Garnett. And he banks in the layup. Garnett's got 10 points in the game.
And they are attacking the rim and getting great results.
Here is Howard. Ball's knocked loose. Nowitzki gets a wide open look. A chance to extend the lead to double digits, but it's no good. Now the Pistons with it. Trailing here by 8. That one drops for him.
And defensively, that's just not going to cut it.
And here is Los Angeles now. Here's Green. Still yet to score. It's not going to go for him. Great defense that time from Duran. And pushing it up. Here's Los Angeles. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
Forcing the action down low. Green earning a trip to the stripe.
It's his first trip to the line. And so he hits both.
I'm sure they don't want to send him to the line. That has to be in their scouting report.
Smith outside. Pass to Johnson. Now here's Diallo. Now Ivy. Just 5 on the clock. That's tipped. And now the fast break. Nowitzki with the ball. Does not find the basket. His third miss. He's made just 1 so far.
No doubt he's struggling right now from the field. Let's see if he can get it going this quarter.
Ivy. No good on the 3. Kevin Garnett, a big ticket. He's feeling it tonight and has been the driving force for the Pistons. And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we've played through 1 quarter of action so far. And an important part of every team's game, a look at the hustle stats for Los Angeles.
Well, so far they've done a great job of reading the offense and repeatedly putting themselves in the right place to interrupt the play and force turnovers.
Another thing they've done well is push the tempo. They're running the floor and converting on the fast break.
As the son of 2 professional athletes, Stan, Jaden Ivey was raised around sports. He knows the culture.
Yeah, that's an understatement, Kevin. His grandfather and father both played professional football. His mom played in the WNBA. She's now a college coach, but she also spent some time as an assistant.
And it's a great finish!
Oh, my gosh.
Check out Poole taking it to the 10 with reckless abandon.
You know, a trend that's been unmistakable, Greg, over the last few decades has been the number of positionless players.
Yeah, and I think that's a great thing, right? So many players now with diversity in their skill set, and there's no need to commit a player to a certain role just based on their size.
And there's the foul. It'll go on Jordan Poole. That is his first foul of the game. And we've played through the first minute here in the second. Here's Ivy. Stolen.
Ill-advised pass on that one, guys. I mean, he had to know there was a man there in position to get that turnover.
And they call the foul, so a chance at the line for 1 more coming up.
and they keep hammering away at him inside, forcing the ball into the paint.
He's getting his first free throw attempt of the game here. Picked by Reed. They get a hand on it. And a bit of a battle here for the ball. The official signals a jump ball here.
It'll be a jump ball.
And they're moving it up. Pass to Nowitzki. Shot from the wing. Good on the jump shot. Nowitzki's got the lead up to 12 now for Los Angeles.
Assists like that have typified their effort today. Terrific ball movement.
That doesn't fall either. He's missed his first 2 shots tonight. Here's Ivy. Now Reed. And here in the second, 2 minutes gone by. Wasted no time on that one. And the Clippers lead by 14.
And watching that defensive effort right there, you wonder how much they want this game.
Yeah, I got to agree. Their defensive commitment's got to be a lot better.
And now the latest from our reporter, David Aldridge.
Kevin, the Clippers are intent on winning big. Coach Tyronn Lue said half of it is great talent, and I think half of it is execution. When you get to the playoffs, it's a whole different animal. We got to be 100% execution with our talent. That makes for a dangerous team. Kevin?
Very dangerous. All right, David. Diallo hits them both. Hey, Coach, what about Naz Reid after going undrafted back in 2019? He is really showing them, isn't he?
Well, Kevin, what a story. Uncommon skill level for a player of his size. He can shoot the ball. He can handle the ball. He's got a lot in his arsenal.
Here's Ivy. Out to Smith. Here's Diallo. Garnett with the block. And it's out of bounds. And they say last touch by Garnett. And for those of you just joining us, we're in the second quarter with about 3 minutes gone by. Pass to Ivy. Another shot. And at last, they get one to fall. Ivy's got 5.
And using that quickness to maneuver around the paint that time. What a play from Ivy.
And it's Jaden Ivey with the foul. That's his first foul. Here's Garnett. 10 points for him. Robinson pulls it in.
I'm sure he'd like to have that back. That's a missed opportunity.
Here's Ivy. He takes it in, and he gets it back. At the elbow, it's Robinson. Nice ball movement by Detroit. Shot clock at 6. Picked away. Pushing it up. Poole with it. Now Smith defending. And it's slammed in by Garnett.
Smart read by Poole there, noticing the overcommitment and making the D pay.
Pass to Robinson.
2 minutes remaining in the first half.
And it's Robinson with the jam.
Oh, Kevin, not a petty, not a Manny, but a facial.
Oh, a bounce to the ounce, Greg? Yeah, showing off the bunnies. Excellent D that time from Robinson. Pistons trailed by 12, and so they choose to intentionally foul.
Yeah, not sure what that was about. I mean, talk about a brain cramp.
Los Angeles making a switch here. And it's Smith penetrating. Pass to Ivy. Now here's Reed. He's guarded by Stevenson. Back to Ivy. The 3. And it's the Clippers with the rebound.
Yeah, those shots from him are certainly not helping their case.
A high post shot. And the shot falls short this time.
Just not there from a rhythm standpoint right now. It's really eluding him.
Los Angeles leading by 12. On the wing. And he hits the jumper for 2. He's He's got 6.
Yeah, they are really starting to push it now.
The Pistons shooting their 7th and 8th attempts at the foul line tonight.
Yeah, and over the course of the season, they're a respectable 78%. That comes in handy in close games. Yeah, in this quarter, they've had the right approach, driving and drawing, initiating contact, create opportunities, get to the line.
Oh, and the jam by Johnson.
Oh, taking it to the rack with power.
Hammering down the two-hand slam.
2 fouls for him now in the first half. He's going to have to be really smart going forward.
For Detroit, they have shot 5 of 8 from the foul line.
And there's no question that Ivy possesses a ton of talent. The most important thing for him is trying to be consistent.
Johnson surveying the floor. No good that time. Excellent D that time from Robinson. Here's Reed. Good D by Stevenson.
Not really what we expected. You know he wants that one back.
Oh, and the jam by Johnson.
Ouch. Unbelievable jam from a player who's given us more than his share of great ones in his time.
You're right, Greg. Defense was nothing but an afterthought on that drive to the hoop.
Well, if you give up that lane that easily, you got to expect he's going to attack the rim with some force.
His 3-pointer's off the mark. Ivy, no one around him. And that one released in time, but no good. And so it's Los Angeles, sitting with a comfortable lead, up by 14. They've got a big advantage in the turnover stats because of their intense defense. We'll get you back to the action after this break. And as we dive into the second half, we'll find out if the next 2 quarters are any different from the first 2. So far, it has been a runaway. Cunningham looking it over. Nice concentration to hit the double clutch layup. Cunningham's got the opening bucket to start the second half for the Pistons. Johnson outside. Driving in. Rebounded by the Pistons.
I think this is a rare case of being overcommitted. He tried to go all out at the rim, and they stifled him.
Shoots the 3. Cans it from downtown. 9 points in the game so far.
And it seems as if someone got their signals crossed if he can wind up that open from 3-point range. I'm sure that was not a part of the game plan.
Oh, man. Cunningham making it look easy.
Fires the 3. Duran pulls it in. Pistons trailed by 13. It's Cunningham with the drive. Can't cash in from close range. On offense, here are the Clippers. Their next game, playing at home, as the Nets coming to town. And that'll be the 3rd of the 4 straight at home.
Well, they've won the battle of transition buckets, and those easy points have helped them build this lead.
Yeah, they did a great job of controlling the pace throughout the game and keeping the defense on their heels.
Cunningham outside. And then Cunningham with the dunk.
And he can make some jaw-dropping plays. Cunningham loves to get to the 10 and finish with authority.
Johnson goes in. Got a hand on it. And he's able to get it back. Five to shoot. Here's Garnett. And it's Kevin Garnett with the finish.
He's putting on a show for these fans.
I can't believe he pulled that one out in the course of an actual game.
The contest plus the board. A full defensive possession from him. Great effort.
Let's check in with our reporter, David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin, the NBA has split its draft into 2 days. League's executive VP and head of operations, Joe Dumars, says rosters have expanded and we're seeing a larger influx of talent, a lot of times in the second round. This remap will do justice to those slept-on players. Kevin?
Yeah, good stuff, D.A. Some Hall of Famers from that second round, for sure. And a wide-open look for Cunningham. And again, Cunningham missing. Clippers leading by 19. Here's Garnett. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. All right, Stan, hypothetical situation. Down 1, shot clock is off. If you could pick anyone in the NBA, who do you want taking that shot?
Well, I'm going to go back in time a little bit, Kevin. The guy who really made my career for me as a head coach. I'm taking Dwayne Wade. He was the best that I ever saw. Not only did he have the ability to make clutch shots, he managed the game clock as well as anybody I've ever seen.
The situation was never too big for him, was it?
Never was, and he's so smart in addition to being as talented as he was.
Cunningham, left side. Detroit, no good that time either.
It's almost like he's trying to make things hard on himself. You know, he's just got to slow the game down, try to get some easy ones.
What I like here, even with the big lead, they continue to execute their offense.
Yeah, to put together this kind of performance at both ends of the floor on the road, it's impressive.
And it's Cunningham with the ball for Detroit. Can they get it? And the layup is up and in. Cunningham's got 6 points in the quarter.
Well, with the size that Cunningham has, he is a real handful inside.
No good there. Los Angeles leading by 20. Here's Green, and he threw the blocking foul. He'll go to the line for 2. Hey, Stan, we've exported so much corporate basketball knowledge overseas. Remember when Fratello and you and your brother Jeff would go over there and have these clinics and teach the coaches the game. And they've taken that knowledge clearly and run with it.
No, I think that definitely happened when those guys went over. I think now it's sort of going the other way in large part. I know that all of us in the league now study what the great coaches in Europe are doing, and there's a lot of them, and the game is different, but they incorporate a lot of different concepts. I don't know a staff in the league that isn't spending a lot of time studying in the international game.
And it's Carrington missing.
I'd love to see them impose themselves a little more on the backboard. That's a great way to find confidence. Always a surefire way to get back in the game. And guys, that's not as easy as he made it look. You've got to have some skills to pull that off.
Well, he's got plenty of those, that's for sure. It's good from long range. Green's got 7.
Not shy from outside. There's no doubt about that. Spreading the floor and getting them up.
Carrington, that's good.
Foul to the Pistons. Carrington.
And some stats here, guys. The scoring breakdown for Los Angeles.
Well, the defense hasn't done nearly a good enough job of getting back in transition, and they've taken advantage, racking up fast break points against them.
And not just that, they're also forcing turnovers at a high rate and taking advantage in transition.
The Pistons on offense. Lobbed up there for Robinson. There's 53 seconds left to play in the third. Pass to Bates. Down low. Here's Nowitzki. And Nowitzki slams it in.
Ever since halftime, they've played precision basketball on the offensive end.
Well, the coaching staff made some adjustments for the second half, and they've come out with focus and execution.
Frank, their unselfish play has really been impressive.
They're trusting one another out there, wanting to get each other involved. This is great basketball.
Well, when you look at what he's provided them on the offensive end, it's been an important part of why they're leading.
And the one-hand slam just looks so pretty when it's in his hand and he's the one doing the slam.
Agreed. He is smooth as silk, even on a power finish. Here's Green. Oh, he jams it right over Mitchell Robinson. Wow!
And one of Green's best assets, his leaping ability. He's a natural athlete, very explosive.
And so it's the Los Angeles Clippers with a massive lead of 30 points here at the end of the quarter. The scoring has been tremendous.
The Pistons, 35.
And there have been two very different performances from these teams today as we get going in quarter number 4. Nowitzki with it. The quick look, no good that time. Cunningham with it. Picked up by Nowitzki. Puts up a 3. And Cade Cunningham with the 3.
Yeah, you have to give him a lot of credit here. He's turned things around after a disappointing first half.
Takes a step back. Nowitzki for 3. Hits the three-point bomb. Nowitzki's got 10 points in just the second half.
Yeah, how about the percentage they're shooting from beyond the arc here in the second half?
Cunningham for 3. Fires the 3. Offensive rebound. And Duren is right there.
Well, the numbers will show that Duren is one of the top offensive rebounders in the game. He is a high motor player.
Back to Nowitzki. Pass to Bates. And here's Jones. Here's Nowitzki. That's in. Coming off an assist from Jones. Nowitzki's got 19 points.
Another good play. This is how they built the lead, calling on the right guys at the right time.
Yeah, come on. They're just having their way out there and continuing to press the advantage.
Yeah, Cunningham is not shy about mixing it up down low. He's got a great feel around the rim.
Here's Nowitzki. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. That's on Jalen Duren. You coach Stan at various levels for 30 years. How has the transition been to the broadcasting business?
Well, Kevin, it's been great because of people like you and because I'm undefeated.
Right. But you missed the aftermath when there's at least a score sheet. There's a scorecard that says win or loss.
I do miss that. There's no question. I miss the competition. I miss the camaraderie of building toward a result. But I've started to get some of that in broadcasting as I've gotten to know my partners better.
Well, it's great being your partner.
Likewise.
From downtown, drills it from outside. Cunningham's got 8 here in the quarter.
In that first half, guys, they didn't shoot nearly as many threes as they have here in the second, trying to use that shot to stay in the game.
Poole with no one around. He squares up and sinks it. A little over 2.5 minutes have passed here in the fourth quarter. Cunningham outside. That one goes in.
And really the scoring this quarter has been just off the charts, doing all he can to bring them back.
And here is Poole. Fader on the way. And again, the Clippers good for 2.
From that in-between range, they've been the much better team.
Here's Cunningham. Can't hit from in close. This could get even more out of hand if they continue to put up points.
Wow, Kevin, what a performance we are seeing.
Well, he's been dialed in. Very efficient here in the second half.
Cunningham outside to the right side. Duran with it. Jones covering. Pass to Howard. 6 on the shot clock. Goes back up. It's rebounded by Poole. Here's Nowitzki.
2 minutes remaining in the game. 2 minutes.
Tries again. He lays it in. Nowitzki's got 27.
Well, he saw the height advantage he had and went right up with it. That's exactly what you want him to do there. Well, he's trying to shoot his way out of it from distance, but look, he's got to find something easier.
Rebound, Detroit.
And that's really just not heads-up basketball. Don't try a fadeaway when nobody's guarding you.
Here's Cunningham. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
That's his 3rd personal foul.
The NBA has always been a star-driven league, Greg, and that's reflected in team strategies now more than ever before.
It is. All over the league, teams now building their systems around their stars, surrounding them with complementary players and running the offense through them as much as possible.
Well, guys, this was never really a contest, just a total obliteration, if you will. And you can safely say mission accomplished now for the Clippers.
It was a standout performance across the board.
I mean, it was like watching a cat play with a mouse. They were able to do more or less whatever they wanted.
And for the year now, they'll ramp up their win total to an even 40.
And with the win approaching, they'll take the first game here of 2 that they'll play against this team. Nice to get that first one out of the way and set the tone.
And we watched one guy all night long, guys, and looking at the stats just confirms what a dominant game he had. What a night tonight it was for Nowitzki.
Well, as a coach, it's so fun to watch a player dominate the game offensively like he did in this one.
And off the front iron, and in it goes.
And you know they feel good giving their fans a show here while taking care of business.
Yep, the crowd gets to go home feeling good about the win tonight. Their team looked impressive.
And here is Los Angeles now. Banked in off the glass.
And it's just competing, you know, giving your best when it matters most.
Yeah, they've got clutch guys on this team, and they never let up.
Tries again. Nice fake, but the layup off the mark. So the Clippers winning this one easily. It was a tale of 2 teams tonight. One that was in total control, operating flawlessly, and the other just...
From my mother deliver me. I'm on the go, I'm on the go. But them bad man I want to stop me go. Chano, I'm on the go, I'm on the go. But them can't play me like the puppy show. Cause ya make me special. And so special, so special, so special. That's why me them a pre-miss the girl and them a chase like petal. But ya make me special. And so special, so special, so special. That's why me them a pre-miss the girl and them a chase like petal. But ja